Death is not only the epitome of the great, final, grand ending, and the end which ends everything for good once and for all human beings, but is certainly also the climactic and anticlimactic at the same time, particularly for the man who could not live, who could not fulfill their ends, meet their desires, actualize their ambitions, realize their goals, intentions, purposes, aspirations in their lives. For that is undesirable, unreasonable, and unexpected anyways. But for the man who has lived with everything he could, explored, discovered all that is possible for him to discover, fulfilled his ends, realized his ambitions, desires, aspirations in lives, and attained and lived with self knowledge, self character, self discipline, self actualization, enlightenment, and awakening, then that is acceptable for that man. That is acceptable, embraceable, and is going to embrace it also because he has lived his life, maximized his talent in whichever and whatever ways he could have lived, and he lived life absolutely, eternally, and unconditionally, invincibly. So he's going to embrace that. That is now acceptable, embraceable for him, but not for all. But then again, that is the only thing that creates a sort of happiness, relief, alleviation that everything now ends, that there is an ending to everything, and that is that it is natural and not man-made. Otherwise, everything's man-made, and our own internal suffering, sorrow, tragedy, adversity are only going to continue on an eternal recurrence basis without any pause, ends, or climaxes anyways. And that would be unbearable for us, and that would be worse than hell and death for ourselves if we're always alive, if we're not going to die, if we're caught or trapped in the monotony, suffering, meaninglessness, and hellish state which we call life, which is devoid of inherent natural purpose, meaning, significance, ambition, anyway. So anything and everything that life is, we have created it. Whatever life has achieved, whatever greatness, significance, distinction is there in our lives, it's all our invention, it's all our action, because we have had to achieve and invent everything about and into life. It's all our action, hard work, dedication, discipline, desire, effort that makes our life great, significant, that puts greatness, significance, relevance into our lives. Not that life is already relevant, meaningful, purposeful, but that is already devoid of and disconnected from any or meaning, significance, purpose, ambition, greatness at all. But we have added all that, we have contributed, developed, cultivated all that through decades long hard work, purpose, sacrifice, pain, struggle, adversity, etc. So that cannot be unhappy, that is happiness